What if I told you that everything you think you know about getting older is a lie? The fatigue, the weight gain, the brain fog that starts in your 60s has almost nothing to do with your age. For decades, we've been told to just accept it, that slowing down is just normal. But the new science has uncovered the truth. It's not about time, it's about failure. The failure of 6 critical systems in your body that kick into crisis mode the moment you hit 60. And if you don't know what they are, you are blindly accelerating your own decline. This isn't about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. It's about preserving your strength, your mind, and your independence. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you will learn exactly what's breaking down inside you, and more importantly, how to fix it. Let's not just get older, let's get better. Reason 1. The hormone plunge. One of the earliest and most devastating changes after 60 isn't something you can see in the mirror right away. It happens deep inside, a sharp drop in the very hormones that once kept you strong, sharp, and energized. Doctors call it andropause for men and menopause for women. But the truth is, the plunge affects everyone. Testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone all decline at the exact stage of life when you need them most. This shift doesn't just change how your body looks, it rewires how you feel and how you age. Men often notice their energy fading, their mood dipping, and their belly growing, even though their habits haven't changed. Women experience hot flashes, brittle bones, and brain fog that makes even simple tasks feel overwhelming. And across the board, lower growth hormone means slower repair, weaker muscles, and skin that loses its elasticity. It's not just about vanity, it's about survival. When testosterone drops, muscle melts away and fat sneaks in. When estrogen plummets, bones turn fragile and memory slips. And without growth hormone, recovery becomes painfully slow. This triple hit makes people feel like they've aged overnight. Take John, for example. At 62, he was still jogging twice a week, but he couldn't figure out why his stamina was gone, why he felt weaker every month, and why his motivation had evaporated. Blood tests revealed the truth. His testosterone was half of what it had been at 40, and his growth hormone levels were almost non-existent. The solution: reigniting your hormonal engine. Here's the part most people miss. This plunge isn't a life sentence. There are powerful ways to protect and, in some cases, reignite your hormonal engine. Strength training just twice a week can naturally boost testosterone and growth hormone. High-quality deep sleep triggers the release of growth hormone, giving your body a chance to repair. Foods rich in healthy fats like salmon, nuts, and olive oil provide the raw materials for hormone production. Stress management through meditation, walking, or deep breathing lowers cortisol, which otherwise strangles your hormones. Some people also explore advanced options, like bioidentical hormone therapy. But even before that, the foundation is built on daily habits. Small changes done consistently can have a dramatic effect. So while the hormone plunge is real, it doesn't have to define your future. By training your muscles, fueling your body with the right foods, protecting your sleep, and managing stress, you can flip the switch from decline to renewal. The key isn't to turn back the clock, it's to give your body the tools to keep thriving long after 60. Reason 2. The muscle thief, sarcopenia. After the age of 60, something begins to happen quietly in the background. Your muscles start shrinking, year after year, whether you notice it or not. By the time most people hit 80, they've lost nearly half of the muscle they had in their younger years. This isn't just about losing strength for lifting groceries or climbing stairs. It's about losing the very foundation that keeps you balanced, steady, and independent. Doctors call it sarcopenia, and it's one of the most dangerous forces of aging. It doesn't knock at the door with warning signs. It creeps in slowly. First, you find yourself struggling to open jars. Then, standing up from a chair feels harder. Eventually, a simple stumble that would have been nothing at 40 can turn into a broken hip at 70. Take Margaret, for example. At 78, she was still living alone, proud of her independence. But one morning, she tripped on a loose rug and fell hard. The fall itself was bad, but what came after was worse. Weeks of bed rest caused her muscles to waste away even faster. Suddenly, she needed a walker, then daily help, and within months, her once active lifestyle had shrunk to the size of her living room. One fall had stolen the freedom she had fought to protect. Muscle isn't just about looking fit, it's a hidden protector, regulating blood sugar, supporting your joints, and even boosting your brain function. When muscle disappears, metabolism slows down, fat creeps in, balance falters, and the risk of serious disease skyrockets. Sarcopenia is the thief that robs not just years from your life, but quality from those years. The solution: rebuilding strength at any age. The good news: muscle loss isn't irreversible. Even after 60, even after 80, you can rebuild strength. Research shows that older adults who lift light weights or use resistance bands just a few times a week can reverse years of decline. Pair that with daily walking, and you have a powerful defense against frailty. Resistance training is the Gen 1 weapon against muscle loss. Even light weights signal your body to hold on to strength. Adequate protein, from eggs, fish, beans, or lean meats, gives your muscles the raw material they need to repair. Gentle stretching and mobility work keep joints flexible, preventing stiffness and injury. Daily movement, even short walks or standing breaks, stops muscles from weakening further. It's not about building a bodybuilder's frame. It's about protecting the strength that lets you rise from bed on your own, carry your groceries, or simply walk safely without fear of falling. Every rep, every step, and every healthy meal is a brick in the wall that guards your independence. Muscle is your body's armor, and by taking small, steady actions, you can ensure that the thief of sarcopenia doesn't steal your freedom. Reason 3. The silent fire. Inflammaging. Not every enemy of aging makes noise. Some of the most dangerous ones stay quiet, working in the shadows. One of them is inflammation. Not the kind you feel after a cut or sprain, but a hidden, low-level fire inside your body that never really turns off. Scientists now call it inflammaging because it's the driving force behind almost every age-related disease: heart problems, diabetes, arthritis, dementia, even certain cancers. What makes this fire so dangerous is that you don't notice it at first. There's no sharp pain, no warning sign, just a slow burn that damages your cells, your blood vessels, and even your brain. Over decades, it eats away at resilience. By the time you hit 70 or 80, it can leave you feeling stiff, foggy, and constantly tired, even if your doctor says your tests look normal. Take Robert, 81. He never smoked, he ate fairly well, and he still took daily walks. But he couldn't understand why he felt drained, why his joints ached, and why his memory seemed duller. When specialists checked deeper, they found his body was flooded with inflammatory markers. He wasn't sick in the traditional sense, but the silent fire was burning him down from the inside. The solution: cooling the flames. The surprising truth: fighting inflammation doesn't always require medication. Lifestyle has a powerful influence. Whole, unprocessed foods like vegetables, fruits, olive oil, and fatty fish help cool inflammation. Daily movement, even just walking, reduces the inflammatory load in your muscles and joints. Consistent deep sleep allows your immune system to reset and repair, lowering internal stress signals. Stress control through breathing exercises, meditation, or simply time in nature cuts down the cortisol that fuels inflammation. Avoiding excess processed foods, sugar, and smoking removes gasoline from the fire. It doesn't mean you'll never face health challenges, but by lowering the flames, you protect your brain, your heart, your joints, and your energy reserve. Inflammaging is invisible, but once you know it's there, you can fight back. Every choice you make is either feeding the fire or putting it out. And the earlier you start cooling it, the stronger and clearer you'll be, even as the decades roll on. Reason 4. The brain fog machine. What good is a strong body if the mind begins to fade? One of the most feared parts of aging isn't wrinkles or gray hair. It's the slow fog that creeps into the brain. Memory slips, focus weakens, conversations feel harder to follow. Scientists link this mental slowdown to reduced blood flow, shrinking connections between neurons, and a gradual loss of brain chemicals that once kept you sharp. This isn't just about forgetting where you put your keys. Brain fog affects independence, relationships, and confidence. It can make once simple tasks, balancing a checkbook, driving to a new place, or remembering appointments, feel overwhelming. The scariest part? It often comes quietly, long before full-blown memory loss shows up. Take Eleanor, 76. She was once a teacher, known for her sharp wit, but lately she found herself losing track mid-sentence, repeating stories, or feeling mentally slower. At first, she brushed it off as normal aging, but what she was experiencing wasn't inevitable. It was her brain struggling without the oxygen, blood flow and stimulation it once thrived on. The solution: feeding and training the brain. The good news is, the brain is more adaptable than most people realize. Even later in life, it can build new connections, strengthen memory, and sharpen focus. Aerobic exercise, brisk walking, cycling or swimming boosts blood flow and oxygen to the brain. Mental stimulation, reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or even playing music creates fresh neural pathways. Omega-3 fats from fish, walnuts, or flaxseed nourish the brain's cell membrane. Quality sleep clears toxic waste proteins that build up in the brain and cloud thinking. Social connection, conversations, laughter, and meaningful interactions are proven to protect against cognitive decline. The brain is like a muscle. It strengthens with use and it weakens with neglect. By moving your body, feeding your brain, and keeping your mind challenged, you can fight back against the fog. Aging doesn't have to mean losing your sharpness. With the right habits, you can keep your thoughts clear, your memory strong, and your confidence alive, no matter how many birthdays you celebrate. Reason 5. The broken repair shop. Cellular senescence. Your body is designed to repair itself. Every single day, trillions of cells work like tiny repair shops, fixing DNA damage, replacing old cells, and keeping your system running smoothly. But after 60, something dramatic happens. Those repair shops start breaking down. Scientists call it cellular senescence. When cells get too old or too damaged, they're supposed to die off and make room for new, healthy ones. But with age, many of them refuse to leave. Instead, they hang around as zombie cells, clogging your tissues, releasing toxic chemicals, and slowing down repair. The result? Wrinkled skin, stiff joints, slower healing, weaker immunity, and a much higher risk of chronic disease. Think of it like a neighborhood full of abandoned houses. Instead of being torn down and rebuilt, they just sit there falling apart, attracting problems and dragging the whole neighborhood down. That's exactly what senescent cells do inside your body. Take Henry, 79. He noticed that every little scrape on his skin took weeks to heal. He caught colds more easily, and his energy never seemed to bounce back the way it used to. His body's repair system wasn't gone. It was just clogged with too many broken cells that refused to move on. The solution: clearing out the zombie cells. The exciting news is that researchers are finding ways to slow and in some cases even reverse this buildup. While advanced therapies are still being studied, everyday habits already play a powerful role in keeping your repair system alive and well. Regular exercise activates processes that help clear out old, damaged cells. Intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating gives your body the break it needs to clean house at the cellular level. Nutrient-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, and cruciferous vegetables contain compounds that support DNA repair. Adequate sleep allows your body to flush toxins and repair tissues overnight. Avoiding excess processed foods, smoking, and heavy drinking prevents more damage from piling up. Your repair shop may slow down with age, but it doesn't have to shut down completely. By protecting your cells and giving your body the right signals, you can reduce the clutter of zombie cells, keep your repair system running longer, and preserve the strength and vitality that aging tries to take away.
Reason 6. The motivation killer. Loss of purpose and connection. One of the most devastating parts of aging isn't physical at all, it's invisible. After 60, many people quietly lose their sense of purpose. Careers slow down, kids move away, friends pass on, and the roles that once defined you start to fade. Without realizing it, motivation drains away, and with it, health begins to crumble. Studies show that loneliness and isolation can be as damaging to your body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The stress of feeling disconnected raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and speeds up mental decline. Even exercise and nutrition suffer because when you lose your why, it's harder to care about the how. Take Margaret, 72. After retiring and losing her husband within the same year, she stopped cooking, avoided going out, and even lost interest in her favorite hobbies. The less connected she felt, the faster her health declined. But the real turning point came when she joined a community art class. Suddenly, she wasn't just filling time, she was living with purpose again. The solution: rebuilding purpose and connection. The good news is, this decline isn't inevitable. Just like muscles can be trained, purpose and connection can be rebuilt. Stay connected. Regular phone calls, visits, or community activities protect the brain and body. Find new purpose. Volunteering, mentoring, or teaching others can reignite that inner drive. Engage your passions. Creative outlets like music, writing, or gardening spark joy and meaning. Move with others. Group walks, dance classes, or fitness clubs combine physical health with social bonds. Purpose is fuel. Without it, aging feels like a slow fade. With it, life after 60 can be just as rich, exciting, and meaningful as any other stage. The key isn't just living longer, it's living connected, motivated, and fully alive. Taking back control after 60.
Aging isn't just about time passing, it's about systems breaking down. Hormones decline, inflammation spreads, muscles fade, the brain slows, repair shops clog up, and motivation slips away. But here's the truth most people never hear. None of these changes are permanent sentences. They are challenges, and challenges can be met. You've seen how science, lifestyle, and mindset together can transform the so-called downhill years into some of the most powerful, vibrant years of your life. Every choice you make, from moving your body to eating smarter to reconnecting with purpose, is a message to your biology that you are still in control. So don't wait for aging to take the driver's seat. Start today. Take one action, however small, and build on it, because your 60s, 70s, even your 80s aren't the end of your story. They can be the most inspiring chapters yet. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more science-backed health secrets, and share this with someone you care about, because living stronger, longer, and sharper isn't just possible. It starts now.